各位，歡迎大家出席今日由跨部門反恐專責組統籌嘅反恐演習。今日我哋係喺啟德郵輪碼頭舉行代號為勇光嘅跨部門反恐演習，係特區政府成立反恐嘅3層防範機制之後首個嘅大型跨部門反恐演習，目的係展示特區政府打擊任何恐怖活動嘅決心。反恐專責組一向都會因應多方面嘅因素，包括係全球同埋地區嘅恐怖主義威脅嘅趨勢同埋手法等等不定時都會舉行各類型嘅反恐演習。未來呢一類演習嘅形式將會係更加多元化，涵蓋唔同嘅場景同埋情景，例如包括陸上、海上、航空等等，務求係測試各個部門、各個單位喺應對涉恐嘅緊急突發事件嘅反應、應變同埋協調能力。今次演習，我哋啟動咗政府嘅緊急事故監察及支援中心，並且由行政長官、政務司司長同埋保安局局長親自監督，彰顯咗特區政府重視反恐嘅工作，同時亦都睇到政府嘅指揮架構同埋前線人員無縫嘅溝通同埋協調。今次亦都係歷嚟首次，我哋透過電視同埋網上進行直播，務求更加直接將反恐嘅信息帶入屋，提升全港市民對於反恐工作嘅認識。喺呢度，我特別衷心感謝參與今次演習嘅單位，包括係我哋反恐專責組嘅6個成員部門，即係警務處、入境事務處、海關、懲教署、消防處同埋政府飛行服務隊，亦都要感謝海事處、政府化驗所同埋醫院管理局嘅同埋啟德郵輪碼頭嘅人員，佢哋積極協助同埋配合今次嘅反恐演習，充分體驗咗反恐工作係需要跨部門、跨機構協作嘅重要性。今次演習，我哋亦都特別邀請咗接近200個嚟自唔同界別、唔同年齡層嘅社區同埋青少年團體參與。呢個亦都係歷次反恐演習之中人數最多嘅。市民可以喺演習之中扮演唔同嘅角色，親身體驗點樣喺一啲涉恐或者突發嘅緊急事故裏邊應用閃避求嘅應變指引，達到我哋加強反恐公眾教育嘅目的。過去1年其實全球恐怖主義嘅趨勢仍然係複雜同埋多變，尤其係由唔同意識形態所引發嘅一啲自我激化或者孤狼式襲擊，係我哋絕對唔可以忽視嘅。而且自我激化喺全球亦都有年輕化嘅趨勢，唔少施襲者都係一啲學生或者年輕人。隨住極端思想嘅光譜越來越闊令到恐怖主義或者極端主義嘅威脅不斷上升，所以我哋特區政府係必須要未雨綢繆，做好一切防範嘅工作。行政長官喺去年嘅施政報告提出要成立反恐嘅3層防範機制，第一層最高層嘅就係行政長官親自主持嘅行政長官反恐督導組，負責指導同埋制定同反恐相關嘅方針同埋策略。第2層係保安局局長嘅反恐督導統籌組，協調各個決策局同埋政府部門喺反恐事宜上面嘅合作。而第3層就係有7個跨部門嘅工作小組，去跟進具體嘅研究同埋執行一啲反恐嘅工作。喺今年喺個機制之下，相關嘅決策局同埋部門都已經展開同埋係加強咗多方面嘅反恐工作，特別係包括情報嘅分享啦、交流信息嘅分享，亦都加強咗各個部門嘅應變預案、防範青少年激化嘅工作，同埋推動反恐或者同保安意識嘅公眾教育項目等等。最後我強調就係反恐無小事，防患於未然。反恐工作係需要政府各個部門、社會各個界別、全港各個市民共同參與、共同合作，就會令到我哋香港確保係可以有一個安全同埋穩定嘅環境。多謝各位。
好，唔該晒梁 Sir。咁而家係提問嘅時間啦。咁有興趣發問嘅記者請先舉手。咁每人2條問題，咁先講機構名嘅。前面深藍色衫嗰位男士先。
梁 Sir 你好，港台嘅提問。 頭先提到即係今次參與嘅就有200名嘅地區人士同埋市民啦，咁部門嘅人員總共出動咗幾多人員咧？另外就係個反恐形勢方面先提過，即係國際形勢複雜啦。咁本地嘅嗰個反恐嗰個風險咧有冇上升到咧？同埋嚟緊年尾有呢個立法會同埋呢個全運會啦，咁有冇因應呢兩件嘅活動，即係要提升嗰個反恐部署咧？唔該。
好，唔該晒你嘅提問啊！咁第一個問題就係問關於今次嘅公眾參與嘅部門。我哋今次參與嘅部門咧，譬如話啱啱我提過啦，包括有我哋6個反恐專責組嘅成員部門啦，亦都加上係有海事處、政府化驗所同埋係醫院管理局嘅人員嘅。我哋今次參與嘅人員同埋籌備同埋參與咧，係大概有500人，都係歷次之中咧係最多嘅。咁啊，今次係我哋咧政府嘅特區政府成立咗反恐嘅3層防範機制之後嘅第一個大型跨部門反恐演習，所以我哋各個相關嘅部門咧都重視同埋積極支持參與呢一次嘅演練嘅。第二個問題關於國際
反恐個形勢，本地反恐。
係啦，啱啱講過其實國際全球嘅反恐形勢咧都係複雜多變。其實我哋香港作為一個國際化都市咧，係唔可以置身事外，所以我哋反恐專責組時刻都會留意住國際同埋地區嘅趨勢。至於我哋本港面對嘅恐怖主義嘅威脅咧，仍然維持中度，即係話香港係有受襲嘅可能性，但係而家冇具體情報咧顯示香港會成為襲擊嘅目標。但係雖然係咁，中度唔係代表冇啊。香港嘅恐怖主義襲擊嘅威脅咧，我哋分開3級，低、中同埋高。但係中度咧唔係代表冇，正如我啱啱所講，仍係有個可能性。尤其係國際嘅政治嘅形勢越來越複雜咧，好多樣嘢都可能影響到我哋香港作為一個國際都市咧，都可能面對類似相關嘅恐怖主義威脅。所以我哋唔可以掉以輕心，繼續會注視同埋重視咧香港嘅反恐工作。
全運會同埋立法會選舉新加
嚟緊今年咧，我哋仲有好多大型嘅活動，譬如話啱啱提過就係有全國嘅運動會啦，亦都有立法會嘅選舉。喺我哋睇反恐形勢嘅時候咧，其實呢啲都係一啲大型嘅活動啊！大型嘅活動咧喺國際嚟講咧，往往都係一啲恐怖分子同埋極端分子咧，好中意選擇襲擊嘅對象，因為咁樣咧係會令到容易咧佢哋咧達到佢哋一啲唔同意識形態嘅目標。所以就住呢啲大型活動咧，我哋政府每一個部門，特別係我哋反恐專責組咧，都唔會掉以輕心，一定會做好重視所有一切反恐防範嘅工作嘅。多謝。
喂，好，下一條問題，深啡色衫嗰位女士，你隔離我。
你好友善嘅，首先想問下，其實今次係第一次反恐3層防範機制演習啦，有冇即係覺得啱啱個過程係咪暢順咧？有冇啲要檢討嘅位或者有啲困難咧？另外就係日後嘅實際情況之下，其實邊啲情況要出動呢個反恐3層嘅防範機制咧？例如係咪一啲規模比較大嘅反恐襲擊嘅恐怖襲擊，或者受影響人數啊，或者威脅性比較大嘅規模先要出動咧？嗰個準則係點樣？
第一條問題就係關於係我哋啦，今次都係反恐3層防範機制之後嘅第一次嘅大型嘅跨部門反恐演習啦。咁呢一個係好似正如我啱啱所講，係最重要就係展示咗我哋有咗呢個3層防範機制之後咧，我哋係可以加強各個我哋政府部門同埋相關嘅政策局咧喺反恐工作上面嘅合作。而今次嘅第一次嘅之後嘅大型嘅反恐演練，我哋都選擇咗呢個重要嘅基礎設施嘅啟德郵輪碼頭作為一個測試咧，都係希望可以提升咧我哋參與部門之間嗰個協調同埋應變嘅能力。之後我哋都會因應嚟緊嘅恐怖主義喺全球嘅趨勢啊，好似啱啱講過一啲襲擊嘅手法咁啊，我哋都會適時咧去選擇一啲合適嘅地點，去增加參與嘅部門。希望達到嘅咧，可以係提升咧更加多我哋政府部門或者甚至係公私營機構啊、公眾人士啊，尤其係公眾人士對於點樣去防範恐怖主義、防範一個恐怖襲擊嘅準備同埋應變嘅能力嘅。至於問到就係關於3層防範機制嘅啟動嘅問題啦其實我哋嘅3層防範機制我啱啱所講係有明確嘅分工有一層最高層就係會由行政長官親自主持嘅反恐督導組，第2層就係保安局局長去主持嘅反恐統籌組，而旗下咧第3層咧亦都有7個嘅跨部門嘅工作小組。 我哋都會因應咧我哋喺嗰個機制之下制定嘅一啲，譬如話我哋透過我哋平時嘅會議啦，同埋一啲喺會議之中討論到要大家部門去執行嘅工作咧，咁去提高我哋各個部門喺反恐嗰個工作嘅壓力。如果遇上喺個機制之下，如果遇上係有一啲大型嘅涉恐涉暴嘅事件，或者我哋香港面對一個更加高嘅恐怖主義嘅威脅嘅時候咧，呢個3層防範機制嘅會議咧，都會隨時因應個需要而啟動嘅，希望可以達到及時去應對、去處理每一個咧可能影響到我哋香港安全嘅事件。
有冇嘢要改善？
哦。我哋今日咧，其實咧就我哋暫時睇到咧，就係成個嘅演習嘅進行咧，基本上都好暢順，係啦。其實我哋之後咧，我哋每一次進行過演練之後咧，我哋參與嘅部門咧都有代表咧，我會召集咧坐埋一齊咧，會進行一啲檢討嘅工作。行政長官亦都係責成咗我哋咧喺每一次呢啲大型跨部門反恐演習之後咧，都要做一啲檢討啊，睇下有冇啲可以改進改善嘅空間，務求令到我哋咧呢啲反恐嘅準備咧可以盡善盡美嘅。
喂，中間白色衫嗰位女士。
TVB 嘅，想問下今次參與嘅公眾人數有幾多啦？同埋佢哋透過咩途徑去參加？同埋日後咧都話即係想提升公眾對反恐嘅意識啦，即係會唔會開放俾公眾報名去參觀之類咁樣？
今次我哋參與嘅公眾人士咧有接近200個嘅，咁啊，正如我啱啱一開始所講啦，都係我哋過往由我哋反恐專責組協調統籌嘅反恐演習之中咧最多嘅一次。咁啊，嚟自咧係包括係社區啦，同埋我哋紀律部隊轄下嘅一啲青少年啊，或者一啲社區組織嘅團體。咁啊，亦都有一啲係我哋有好多謝咧民政事務總署幫我哋協調嘅一啲地區嘅義工啊，亦都有參與，所以係嚟自一啲唔同嘅界別、唔同嘅市民。我哋亦都有一啲係我哋反恐專責組同我哋合作嘅一啲業界咧，我哋都有邀請到佢哋今次有代表咧嚟到我哋參觀。我哋希望未來嘅呢啲反恐演練咧，係希望仲更加推廣，有更加多唔同嘅界別、唔同層面嘅市民咧，可以去參與。我哋初步睇到咧，其實咧參與嘅市民咧，對於可以有機會親身去體驗到，如果遇有一個恐怖襲擊事件嘅時候咧，應該點樣去處理？我哋都係借助呢啲演習嘅機會咧，可以去宣傳我哋一啲重要嘅反恐信息，譬如話遇有恐怖襲擊或者暴力嘅襲擊嘅事件嘅時候，應該要採取閃避求嘅指引啦。同埋，如果見到可疑嘅情況咧，應該要立即見疑即報，向我哋嘅反恐舉報熱線舉報。呢啲信息咧，我覺得透過一啲演習咧，都能夠更加直接可以滲入到咧社區裏邊嘅。未來我哋都希望咧，如果我哋喺個籌劃嘅過程之中咧，我哋都盡可能進入仲開放更加多嘅市民可以參與嘅。呢個絕對我哋亦都係未來咧去籌劃一啲反恐演練嘅方向。唔該。
我哋問多兩題咧，前面側邊嗰位女士。
Hi, English questions from RTHK. What criteria was used to evaluate the success of today's exercise, and what measures were taken to enhance coordination among the different departments? My second question is, why was Kai-Tak Cruise Terminal chosen today for the exercise? And lastly, are there any new technologies or equipments that were used in today's exercise that made the event stand out? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your questions. I think in terms of the, you mean the effectiveness of our counter-terrorism exercise, I would say after the exercise, I will ask my colleagues to conduct an after-action review to review if there's any room for improvement. And according to the directive of Chief Executive, I would report the progress and the review report to him for the future counter-terrorism exercise. But so far at this stage, I think I would determine the effectiveness of the exercise by some key factors. For example, if our objective was met, also the level of participation and engagement from our participating units and also the members of the public, and also the effectiveness of communication amongst our different departments or organizations. I would say so far the objective of the exercise has been met because the exercise has tested our communications, response, and coordination capabilities among our different departments during terrorist attack scenarios or situations. And also, in this exercise, we have invited almost 200 members of public from different sectors and different age groups. I think through this public participation and engagement, we would enhance the terrorism knowledge, counterterrorism knowledge, and preparedness amongst the members of public and in the community. So I think our ICTU will continue reviewing the effectiveness of each large-scale counterterrorism exercise for the future. Thank you. And also the second question is about the Kai Tak. I think for the reasons for choosing the Kai Tak cruise terminals is because, you know, Kai Tak cruise terminal is also one of the critical infrastructures in Hong Kong. I think one of our main objectives is to how to enhance the protective preparedness or response capabilities against those critical infrastructures in Hong Kong. Because if a critical infrastructure in Hong Kong were attacked by terrorists or extremists, it will seriously damage our economy or the confidence in the government and our society. So that's why one of our main objectives is to choose the critical infrastructure to test our city preparedness. And finally, about the equipment and other counterterrorism latest development, I think you, from this exercise, I think all of us may see some new equipment used by our different discipline service. And also, we have prepared equipment and vehicle display corner for all of you to see how, if there's a counterterrorism situation, what is our latest technology. I think because nowadays, using technology to combat or counterterrorism is very important. So that's why I think all of our discipline services will also continue reviewing our technology and also in convention with the current political or terrorism situation. Thank you.
好，最後一條最左手邊藍色衫嗰位女士。
Hi, thank you. May from Channel News Asia, Singapore television station. I'd like to know, given the fact that there are a growing number of conflicts globally, how much more vulnerable is Hong Kong to a potential terror attack? My second question is, how much more challenging is dealing with a terror attack here at a cruise terminal compared to other infrastructure, for example, MTR station or the airport? What are some of the key challenges for a cruise terminal? Thank you.
Thank you. The first point.
Given the global conflicts, increasing
I see.
global
Yeah.
conflicts,
I see.
the vulnerability for Hong Kong.
Thank you. I think all of us know that Hong Kong is a metropolitan city, and we have also a visa-free environment. So that's why it's also an attractive point for global terrorists or extremists to choose Hong Kong as a target. So that's why we have to maintain our city preparedness against such terrorist threat. So why we choose the Kai Tak cruise terminal? Because, as I mentioned before, it's a critical infrastructure. So that's why we have to ensure our preparedness and response capabilities if critical infrastructures were being attacked by terrorists or extremists. And also another factor is that, you know, Kai Tak cruise terminal is quite near the Kai Tak Sports Park. Kai Tak Sports Park is one of our major critical infrastructure in Hong Kong nowadays. So in considering the environment and the location of the terminal, I think this may be also an attractive target for terrorists or extremists. For the second point is...
I didn't ask why. I was asking what other challenges will you face for a cruise terminal in handling, you know, a terror attack compared to handling a terror attack in an MTR station?
Oh, I see. Because, you know, cruise terminal is a tourist hotspot. So that's why many tourists would, for example, would travel to Hong Kong by cruise, because there's a cruise terminal is also a landmark of Hong Kong, you know. So that's why it's when compared to other critical infrastructure, it's also a vulnerable.
What are the difficulties? You know, the way you handle a terror attack in an airport is very different from how you handle a terror attack in a cruise terminal. But what are the key challenges for a cruise terminal?
I see you know as you witnessed our the CP exercise, you know it is a Victoria Harbour and it's also a very open space. So that's why it is quite vulnerable or easy for other terrorists or extremists using ships or boats as a means of attack. So it's also one of the vulnerable points here.
好，今日嘅講座去到呢度，唔該晒大家，唔該晒兩位。